What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing here, back with another Duet Not a Biz video. And in today's video, guys, we're gonna be going over who you want to be investing into in the early game for Duet Not a Biz. With this game being a game where you want to be kind of clearing content as quick as possible and just kind of grinding, you definitely want to prioritize a few characters on the initial launch of the game, and then from there you can start branching off to doing builds for your certain teams that you're trying to make. Now, in terms of the characters that I've invested in personally at the early game, guys, I'm already level trial rank like 33. I did like the first 2 chapters of the story already. And in terms of the team that I think you guys are going to want to run early on in the game, which are all accessible and free to play, by the way, like just from the early game, is going to be Rebecca into your MC character and then into Truffle and Filbert. So these two are going to be your combat AI partners, and Rebecca is going to be your main on-fielder. Now, the reason why I say this is because Rebecca is given out completely for free during the moment you unlock the Sanctuary area, which is this area right here in the game. Once you unlock this area in the game, you get the full copy of Rebecca automatically. So you're going to have access to this character, and she is really good. Now, they did not change any of her skills from the CBT2 to this version. She still does really good AoE. Her ultimate is still the nuke, and you have the Poison of Love stacks that do transfer, which honestly in practice, guys, does feel really good. I will say, like, I do think Rebecca is going to be a character where, you know, you can really just run her as a very easy to play on fielder. If you're looking for someone where, you know, you're trying to run a character that you can just kind of place your, you know, your skill damage here, and then you do your ultimate just to get off a bunch of damage, like, this is something you can definitely do, and I think it does really well. So yeah, I mean, Rebecca obviously is going to be a very strong on-fielder for the early game, especially since they give her to you literally at the beginning of the game. Now let's talk about the other characters that we're rocking as well, guys. So the MC character is actually an insane support type character. If we look at their skills here, their first skill is just a damage skill, so it's not like anything where I'm like, okay, you know, this is really gonna, you know, kind of boost your performance or anything like that. But the ultimate is actually a buff ultimate that gives you not only ultra shield, but also gives you the incandescence buff, which increases your weapon damage. So your AI combat partner here for your actual MC is going to be giving you ultra shield, which goes on top of your base shield, on top of your base HP, and you're getting increased weapon damage, which is going to boost your overall damage for, you know, your main character, like being Rebecca, when you're doing your actual weapon attacks, or if you're using your AI combat partner like Truffle and Filbert, with them having a weapon as well. And remember too, guys, you can set this all up in the tactical backpack. So if you want to set like a certain weapon on one of your characters here, if I'm building the MC, I can have them set to a you know, one of the ranged weapons, right? I can have them set to one of those, and they can use the flamethrower weapon, like the flamme de uration. I don't even know. I don't know if you say that right. But yeah, no, like, you can have literally all your combat partners set with a certain weapon, and then you have them be grinding just like that. And so yeah, the MC is going to be my recommendation for the early game, a character you must invest into so that you have that ultra shield and that weapon damage buff. And it's going to be really good later on when we have insanely cracked weapons and we're already grinding in terms of like dealing, you know, tons of damage to enemies and all that. Now, the final character, guys, I think is a early game must invest is going to be Truffle and Filbert. Now, with the way that they handled Daphne in the game, guys, they actually did nerf Daphne's buffing capabilities. If you go to her ultimate right here, Purification Formula now only grants a Nemo damage bonus, when originally in the CBT2 it actually gave you an attack buff. Now, the main thing with that is that you're only gonna really benefit from building Daphne if you already have a character like Psyche. You know, a main DPS, a Nemo character, will definitely get the most benefit from a character like this. Now, the unfortunate thing is she's not as universal as she was in the CBT. So that's why I actually do have Truffle and Filbert now as the character that you should invest into, because of the fact that they did not change the way Truffle and Filbert's able to buff your team. So yeah, Truffle and Filbert is able to, as you guys can see in the middle of the text right there, heal Truffle and allies and increase their damage dealt. If you go to the attributes here, guys, you'll see that there is a damage boost, and at base it's 26% damage boost. That is really good, and that's a universal damage boost. This works for characters scaling between attack or HP or even defense, and so because of that, this is going to be one of the best damage buffs in the entire game. and one of the only characters in the game with a general damage boost buff. So yeah, with that being said, Truffle and Filbert's going to be insane. And for the early game, if you're ever taking too much damage, they also heal you as well, as they're able to, you know, get off a bunch of healing in the, you know, using this skill right here. And that's obviously going to be very strong. So yeah, again, another character that I think is going to be really good as a must invest early on. And other than these three characters right here, guys, I would say don't waste your resources on, like, you know, Margie, Daphne, Outsider at this point, because I don't think they're characters that you're really going to want to invest in. If you want to play like Berenica maybe instead of Rebecca as your on-fielder, that's definitely a valid option if you are trying to go in that direction. But I think just for the convenience, especially if you're someone that's playing on mobile, I know everyone's been saying mobile has been kind of terrible on launch, but if you're someone that's just trying to play a very easy character to play, not a lot of movement, not a lot of, like, you know, insane mechanics, you go with Rebecca, you spam her summon ability here, you know, where you're going to be dealing a bunch of damage to the enemies. And yeah, I mean, that's literally all you have to really do, guys. You have this ability right here, and you're just going to do a bunch of damage with it. So Rebecca, in my opinion, will be a very good early game main DPS that you can invest into, especially since the fact that you literally get her at the Sanctuary. And then your MC, guys, is going to be the other character where I think is going to be really good. And also, too, you're actually going to be able to get a bunch of the dupes for the MC as you're progressing through the story. So I already cleared the first chapter of the second, you know, section. So with your second MC, and I've already gotten 2 dupes of this character. Now, most of it is just, you know, damage boost for the actual base character kit. But if we actually go through to the rest, we can actually go through and see here that, yeah, I mean, at the Intron 6, which I don't know if we're going to be able to get that at this very moment, but Incandescence, which remember is a ally boost, it's actually going to grant 54% crit chance on top of the base weapon damage buff that they're giving as well. So again, guys, going to be a really nice buffer right there, especially since all their Introns are going to be through like story based content, not even from like actually sitting down and grinding secret letters. So yeah, that would be my must invest as of right now in the early game, guys, as these 3 characters are all accessible off the rip, and you're going to be able to just build, max them out as quick as possible and power through, you know, the early game of Duet and Abyss. I think you guys will be completely fine, and these are going to be very nice characters to be able to run. Now, if you are going to be running in co-op, guys, it's not a bad idea either to main, you know, Truffle and Filbert, or the MC, or even Rebecca as well, as when you're running a four-man team, because you can have up to 4 people in a lobby, you know, you want to make sure that you have, you know, 2 DPSs, 2 supports, right? Having like a Truffle and Filbert for the heal and damage boost, and then also having like your MC for the weapon damage boost. All of these things are going to be really good for, you know, an overall team that's trying to deal a bunch of damage or farm content very quickly. So yeah, guys, that is going to be my main recommendation right there for the must invest early on. And while you guys are at it as well, man, make sure that you're just giving as many demon wedges as you can. You don't have to do like, you know, any like upgrading to the demon wedges early on. I would say just put the demon wedges on your character and you should be good to go. Right now they're teaching me the track slot system, but we don't really need to do any of that at this very moment, right? So yeah, as you guys can see, just set it up like this, put on a little bit of demon wedges here, nothing crazy. Try and go for things that are gonna boost the stats that are important. You can see here that they're, you know, highlighted in gold. But yeah, that's literally it right there, guys. The must invest for the beginning of Duet and Abyss. Rebecca, your MC, and Truffle and Filbert are going to be the must invest characters at this very point in the game. Later on, again, there's going to be other characters you're going to want to build. Lady Nephil is going to be super insane. We're going to get Fina eventually. She's the best damage buffer in the game. Psyche's going to be very good on a mono Anemo team. And yeah, there's so many other options later on that you're going to be able to do, guys. So yeah, that is going to be it for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Again, let me know who you guys are running right now in the game and what's working for you. But that's going to be my recommendation right there. I hope you guys did enjoy. And I'm going to see you guys on the next one, man. Peace out. Have a great rest of your day, guys. See you later, man.